Come on up. Hey y'all. Thanks for coming back with me now. We're going to do a live pour here today. I got this 4x8 sheet here. We've got a primer coat here. I got our little speckles and spots all over it just to get us primed out so this color goes a little ways. I've mixed up our epoxies here. I've got my hardener and my epoxies in here. We're going to come up with some creation like you saw here at the beginning. Now we got Crispy over there on the camera. Thank you, Crispy, for being with us. That's my fingers today, right? Remember, y'all, I had such a hard time pouring before, so here we go. We're going to pour this mess right on out here, and we're going to bring it down, right? I got a little going that way over here, right? And I'm going to bring it a little over there to you guys, right? And we're going to take that and bring it on down this side like this here and give me some. Now, I'm keeping some in here so we can do some other stuff with it. Now, I got Tommy back there hanging out. Hi, Tommy. Thanks for being here with us. He's going to help us a little bit. Now, today what I'm going to do is take my trowel. I'm going to move this around. We're going to get our torch out. Look, what do I got in there? See, there's always something trying to wreck our parade, right?
Uh-oh.
So, we just get it out. We start over again. Now, I'm creating Mailman. Y'all, I've told you about this. What I'm doing here today with this 4x8 is I'm getting us a pattern on here. By creating epoxy on here, I'm going to be cutting these into 4-inch strips and add them around a 4x4 post. Now we're going to be able to create our pattern on here and put it on the outside of a 4x4 post, which is going to be 8 foot long. I'm going to cut him all up and make it nice. And we're going to put color on that mailbox as well. So now the epoxy doesn't really work on this real well, but we're going to give it our best shot. We're going to get it on here real lightly and let it come over. Now this primer coat's going to act like a backing for our colors to actually spread around a little bit. So here we go. I'm going to take this out. We're going to get this spread around. Boom. We're going to move it. Boom. And carry it on down and around. Now, I got this colors. They're mixing as we pull them. I don't want to pull them too much. Get them out here and around. Look, I got water in this thing from my sweat. That's going to cause some problems for me. But let's pull this around. We'll do our best to keep all the nasties out. We'll pick them out and move everything around. Now I'm sweating, so I'm going to have to keep wiping my sweat off me to keep this stuff under control. So, coming around here, see? Yeah, sweating crazy. Here we go. We're going to move around some more, get color out here. I need to move around quite a bit to get it everywhere. We're pushing it, bringing colors on out to our edges so that it's going to flow down over these edges eventually. Now, I just got us a little bit out there. Let's get some more. Throw some more out here with them colors. So let's take them and pour it out. Thanks for sticking with me, you guys. I'm going to try and do this so y'all don't waste your time watching me all day, all right? Thanks for joining us for a little bit. Let's add some of this. We're going to get it out. Create lines and colors with this as well. Right? So we got that going on. Here, there, and some of this.
And everywhere.
Right? So we're going to bring this back to that mailbox again like I told you. Now what I want to do, and before it gets to get mixed properly, we're going to take a decent brush. Don't use these cheap things. They fall apart. Right? And they make a mess. Now I can spread this some more with the spats with our trowel, but I'm going to go ahead and get some dabbling going on here and pull these bubbles up to get this to mix again properly, so we make sure we've got it mixing. We don't have any stuff going on. Now this takes a minute, but we'll get this moved out, moved around here. Now you guys see why we have a backing coat underneath this to get these colors to work out a little bit. Now I'm not worried about serious colors on this because it's outside. We just want a pattern going on. We want a protection over this stuff and create us something. By moving these colors around, we're making something. Check it out. We're actually making something. Now, if it comes out nice, we'll see. Right? So here we go. Now, I'm sweating all in here. I may have to come back. Sorry, I'm running into Crispy there. So, woo! It's hot! So let's go ahead and spread this around. We going still?
Yeah.
So, we're dappling it. I'm sweating. That means we're doing something. We're creating art. We want to dabble that all around. Right? And then we're going to get the torch out. We're going to torch it, get the bubbles going. Now, Did I ever tell you how I ran off with some rock and roll band? How about it?
Who were they?
Look, for 12 years I ran off with a rock and roll band. I was told to grab a bag, meet me, and we're going for a bus ride. So what happened after that? I ended up going uptown, and my buddy asked, hey, did you bring your bag? Well, yeah, I brought my bag. Well, he had me throw it in his fancy, one of them fancy Prevost buses. So from that point, I was able to run and travel the world with a rock and roll band, and I was running around, you know, kind of flirting with disaster, if you get the hint. So after 12 years, became best friends with the drummer, right? We got all over Germany, Brazil. Man, I got to see some places that I got to hug Charlie Daniels. Wow. And that was cool.
Yeah.
So, and that was on stage at a concert. I got to hug Charlie Daniels and meet a bunch of the fancy bands and get to know them. Now check this out. We're going to put this on that mailbox as I come around here. As I told you, I need a light coat on this, so I'm going to dapple this. We're going to dapple some around this edge. Right? Get me a coat just of epoxy over here on this mailbox. Now I need it light, again, like I told you. But I want some color. So I may have to go over here and get me some more color. Right? Let's bring some more. Get some pearl on it. Right? And I'm only going to do half of this right now. So whatever may dribble over, I can fix. And I'm sorry about all the patting, because that's what it takes to get this down. I do want to show you what it actually takes to epoxy a little mailbox. Now, see, this is more flat. I can put a little here, let it cover. There, that gives us some color. I'm going back to tapping over here and getting this spread out and show you how that works. Now, back to the story, running off with a rock and roll band. So, I became best friends with the drummer, right? Check it out, we're sweating. And he used to sweat like this too. We were in Germany. We come out from this show outside, and you know, Germany's cold. All that over there in Europe gets real cold, man. We was traveling around in the bus. We come out of this show. He was sweating. The steam was coming off. It was cool. And that's a rock star. Yeah. And we was rock starring it for sure. So, and with this band now, they've done, wow, their albums, many of them. You know, like Dreams We've Never Seen. Just for another little drop of the hit. So, I know I'm patting here. We do got to get this moved around. This 4x8 surface is pretty big. So, in traveling the world, not just in the bus now I'm on the plane, and I get to go all over. On Brazil, I find these funny bones. I guess they're whale bones. I don't know. I got them in there. So, I got whale bones, but meeting these guys in this band and traveling, and the way they're still carrying everything on is pretty amazing after all these years. And so, we're going to get this tapped out, and I'm going to torch it. What do you mean, torch it? Oh, what I mean is, I'm torching this baby. We're getting the flames out, and we're firing it up. Here we go. So, I got this rascal here. I'm getting these off because again, it's hot. Now this is some of my cedars. We can put clear coats on this. What I do is pick these holes out. I fill them with these colors. We put a nice clear coat on this. We make lamps, tables, right? I put my TVs on this. I mean, because these things are big now, right? So I got big board, big TV. I got wood at 66.
Quit bragging.
And then we make colors now. Remember, this is my giveaway, you guys. This I'm going to be sanding out, making it pretty again, getting it all fixed up. Now, tell me something. Do you want it to look flat like this, or you want me to give it a nice gloss finish? Now, I got my colors. We know what colors are. So I can sand this out, make it flat again with a nice oil on top of this rascal, or I can get me a nice epoxy clear coat over this. Now, either one lasts a long time. I did, and water stains, whatever, the epoxy's going to hold up real good. Now, both are going to hold up real good. This is my 500-year-old curly pine, right? So that's my 500-year-old cedar. And I've got 100-year-old cypress out there. Now my cedar's behind me. It's not quite as old. But remember, I promised you we're just going to light some stuff on fire. Let's do it. All right?
Fire in the hole.
By this, we're pulling these bubbles out. And if I can control my sweat and try and keep it out of here, we might successfully do this. But as you see, we got a pattern. I've created art, right? So here's a little spot. Now, the reason why we do this with the brush too is to get these lines out, right? So you can't see it, I did. So we tap that line out and get over the edge real good, because those lines come from our trowel, right? We use an 1/8 inch trowel on this to get this all lined up. And check it out, we can do lines across this. We can take this stuff now. That's why I was saving some of this, right? We're gonna be able to take this now and do some, darn it, I'm dripping in it. So what we do when I drip in it, this is live, y'all, sorry, I can't help it. We got water dripping out my nose, off my nose. Now, we dabble it. Pull it up out of there, right? I can sweat all day, make a mess, we dribble it back out of there. So, you gotta get the water out though. So, I watch for lines as I'm torching. I know the professionals, man, they're good at this. And I've done this 7 years, but I did run off with that rock band for 12. And in doing that, I got to travel the world for free, meet all kinds of cool people, do cruises. I've done cruises. There's one over there on the wall. Simple Man back in 2009. We done Simple Man cruises, the Leonard Skinner cruises, and traveling with these bands. I fit right in, had a good time. Got to go on a lot of stages with a lot of people, and really got to have a blast. Times, shoot, you can imagine, I get to go run around with a rock band around the world. Now, I sure didn't, but I did get to run around and travel the world with a rock band. Now that band, I can't tell you yet, right? We're gonna have to do a little more of this. I got some more dribbles here to pull out. So I'm gonna be pulling these dribbles out. I don't wanna bore you guys. So this is all gonna settle. I'm gonna blow bubbles out. I'm gonna keep making a mess. I still may have another drink of that too before I go. And make some lines on this. Right now I'm sweating. I don't want y'all sweating this out either. So I'm gonna pull my sweat back out of here, whatever I got in here. Get these bubbles up out of here. This is gonna lay down and really look like something. Now, once again, I'm gonna be cutting these into slits, wrapping them around my 8-foot 4x4 posts. And we're gonna make this and that mailbox stop traffic out here in Volusia County. Now, we're also gonna be able to do this with Mailman. We're gonna be pumping this everywhere. I got my mailboxes that we're gonna be making. We're also gonna be working with dealers all over the town, all over Florida. We're going to be getting mailboxes to y'all locally, and then we're going to go state to state, go nationwide, and bring you a mailbox too. So please help us out. Get a hold of Mailman 386-423-3521 or LILCKNCOOP, Little Chicken Coop @gmail.com. And again, thank y'all. Like and subscribe. Bye.